What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. In this one, I've got a pretty good video for you. We're going to be unboxing and installing the Romeo MSR and Juliet 3 Micro from Sig Sauer. And if you're interested in seeing that, then stick around and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay guys, this is an exciting video for me. A little bit about the optics from Sig Sauer. The Romeo MSR and Juliet 3 Micro work together. There's not much adjustment that you have to do if you want to use this combo. I'm not sure about other optics. These are actually the first red dot and magnifier combo that I've used, so I know a little bit about it, but I also know that you don't have to adjust very much when you use these in combination. It's literally in the title, Romeo and Juliet, like they go together. So for the Romeo MSR, it says that a few of the features are uncapped elevation and windage adjustments. That's cool. 12 illumination settings. Yeah, so there's different settings that you can flip through depending on what type of light you're dealing with or what kind of conditions you're in. Top mounted CR1632 battery, and it's top mounted, so that means you can unscrew the cap, replace the battery, and you never have to take the optic off of your rifle. Thus, you don't have to zero your rifle again because you had to add a battery or switch the batteries out. And it says that it's got 20,000 hours of continuous runtime. That's pretty impressive. I don't know how many weeks or months or years that is, because I can't do math on the fly like that, but I would think that's quite a bit. High efficiency red notch filter ensures the dot remains visible in all conditions. Oh, I guess that's like the coating that's on the actual lens, and includes M1913 Picatinny Absolute Co-Witness riser mount. Ah, that's cool. So it comes with a riser mount to attach it directly to your Picatinny rail. And the Juliet 3 Micro is a magnifier, and in the name, you can tell that it magnifies 3 times. It says dielectric coated prism for optimal light transmission. Say that 3 times fast. Ruggedized windage and elevation dials to perfectly center your red dot. Precision diopter adjustment, and push button flip to side mount. Now, out of those 4 categories that I just read off of, I really only understood the 4th one that says push button flip to side mount. I believe there is a button where you can depress and flip it out of the way for your red dot so that you can see your red dot without magnification. Or in my case, you can flip up the Juliet 3, and then you can use your iron sights, because you'll see that once it's on there, it is kind of in the way of the back iron sight. Now, I gotta admit that I've unboxed these before and installed them, but I wanted to do the video again so that you guys are up to speed on what you'll be getting if you decide to purchase these great optics. And I am satisfied with my purchase. So let's take a closer look and see what's in the box. Okay guys, let's check out these boxes and see what we got. Now I've opened these before, so it's not the very first time I've unboxed the Romeo MSR and Juliet 3 Micro, but this gives you a basic idea of what you get and what you need, most definitely. And if you hear what sounds like nursery rhymes in the background, my daughter's playing in the living room and I don't have the heart to tell her to stop. So when you open her up, you got your directions, owner's manual, specifications, how to change the battery, and it gives you all the details on what you need to know as far as zeroing your red dot. You get a clean cloth, and here is the Romeo MSR. These caps on the front and back protect the lens until you're ready to use it, and they're kind of hard to snap open. But I guess that's a good thing, so they don't pop open on you and something gets scratched or dirty. And this is the piece that you had to put together. I've already put it together. So that's the riser. And here you've got dials to adjust on top and on the side. I'm going to close these back. I always find it's best to close both and squeeze them like that. If you get fingerprints on this, it really don't matter, because you'll flip them back open to use it when you need it. And you've got your dials right here. And there's 12 settings. And I'll show you that in just a second. And here is the cap where you take it off to put your battery in and out. So let's see if I can show you what these settings are like, if my camera will allow that. All right. So one, you're not going to be able to see these until it gets pretty bright because of how bright this light is that I'm using. There we go. What are we on there? You can see that now, even with all this bright light. That's on 5. So if we kept going, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, I just wanted to double check something. 10, 11, 11. Oh, that was all of them. My bad. And then you go back around to 0, I guess. That I did not know. So here's your brightest setting. And you come back around, it's on 0. Or, you know, it's not lit. I actually did not know that. So I guess you can start from brightest to dimmest instead of dimmest to brightest. And that makes a lot of sense if you're shooting in the daytime more than the nighttime. I really did not know that. Cool. So, very cool. And I'm going to go ahead and go back all the way to 0, even though 20,000 hours is a long time. I'm not eager to wear out my battery. Money is tight these days. I don't think I could even afford a battery. All right, I'm going to close that back up. And there she is in a nutshell. You also get inside the box an adjustment tool. This allows you to both install the optic onto your Picatinny rail, your rifle, and it's got some flatheads, sections, and stuff like that for taking off the cap for the battery. Just to clarify, you don't want to put this on your rail. You want it as, I guess, as far forward as you can go on the actual rifle. So you want it as far forward as you can go without actually going onto the rail, no matter how sturdy you think your rail is. Because there could be movement and it could mess up your 0. So we'll set this right here until we're ready to put it on. And there you go for the Sig Sauer Romeo MSR. Now, let's check out the Juliet 3 Micro. Okay. Now we got the Sig Sauer Juliet 3 Micro. And something I didn't show you guys on the box. I don't know if this is of interest to you. Sorry. My dog and my daughter are in there playing. Here's all the specs that I read off the back before. You can pause that and read that off if you like. All right. Juliet 3 Micro. And on the back, here's some of the specs that I was reading off. All right. Let's see what we got. Just like the Romeo MSR, you've got the instruction booklet. Shows you how to do everything that I'm telling you here, but there's my daughter. I think I might leave that in there just so I can say you were in another video, baby. All right. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, where did I leave off? You got your instruction booklet. You got your cleaning cloth. And some of the stuff I've moved around in here. You got things like plates. And you will definitely need this. It comes with a Allen wrench. And I'll show you how to use that to tighten on your Juliet 3 Micro. And here we go. Here's what she looks like. Right here is where you set the optic onto your rifle. So it sits like so. And you got your dust caps. Pretty well done. And you got your optic. I don't know if I can get that to work or not. You have to trust me, it's pretty good. It definitely helps. Hey, there we go. It definitely helps magnify for me. My eyes, I guess I'm getting old. They're not that good these days. And I actually really enjoy using a this magnifier. It really helps put the red dot on target a lot for me. It's a good magnifier for sure. All right, so you've also got this button, which you may have heard me read about before, where you can depress this and then flip the magnifier out of the way so you can view the red dot without magnification if you choose to. And it also helps when you want to flip up your iron sights or if you have them. So you got spots for adjustment here and for here, just to get it synced up perfectly. And that's basically what you need. Again, you got a plate and some hardware that comes in the box. But if you're using this with the Romeo MSR together, right out of the box, they work. They line up perfectly, straight out of the box. Like I said, Romeo and Juliet, they were made for each other. Sounds like my daughter needs me again. Yep, 1 second, guys. All right, guys, crisis averted. I think we're ready to put these on the rifle. Now, what I like to do is start with the magnifier on the back, and you want it with the button right here facing the right, or the larger lens facing forward. Believe it or not, I actually messed that up the first time I put this on. I was a little less knowledgeable back then. So you want to use your screw, your dial here on the side, loosen that up, and I'm having to do it one finger. There we go. Yep, that's where we want it. And just tighten that down a little bit until you get ready to really tighten it down. And that's where your Allen wrench comes in. On the back, you can tighten it down right here. And there's some holes that you can go through. Hopefully you can see that. You can just put it through the hole like that, and that really helps you wrench it down. Although I wouldn't go ham with it. Don't go nuts. You just want to get it on there snug, secure. You don't want to strip it. I mean, you don't want it moving, but you don't want to strip it either. So use your best judgment and get it pretty snug. You don't want it flopping around for sure, but like I said, you don't want to strip it. And then that gives you this option. So if you wanted to flip that out of the way, you're able to. And I've got those polymer iron sights from, damn, I forget where they're from. Magpul. Yeah, my bad. All right, that was easy, right? And now for the Romeo MSR. Again, you want to go as far forward as you can, typically, without going out onto your rail. So I would say right about here. And here's where your tool that comes with the box comes in. It's a star bit. I'm not sure which size. But if you bought, well, I guess if you bought one used, you might need to find the correct size if it didn't have it in there. And it's as easy as this, guys. You just find the correct spacing, and once you've got it where you want it, snug her down. It can't get much easier. But believe it or not, I screwed this up the first time. I made a video a while back, and that's the reason I was redoing this video, was because I watched what I had created and I was ashamed. It was not my proudest moment, to be sure. And it actually still had the highest views. It was seen more times than any of the other videos, and it was in like the top 3 each week. So I decided to do this again and do it right, because it was pretty shameful. It was my first video, and it didn't leave me with a warm fuzzy feeling when I saw how ridiculous I looked. But there you go. That's how they look when they're installed. You want the adjustment dial towards the front. You want to go as far forward. You want to go as far forward as you can without actually going out onto the rail. And that should serve you well, my friends, because it has served me well. I'm gonna snug that down just a little more. Yeah, that's as far as it's gonna go. And there we go, guys. Alright guys, thanks for staying until the end of the video. Here's how she looks all put together. In my experience, this has been a really good combination. The red dot keeps its 0, and the magnifier really helps. It actually helps more than you would think. 3 times magnification helps me a lot. I know with, my deteriorating eyes. I'm getting pretty up there in age. But also, if you're in a close situation, or if you're up close to a target, you can just flip it out of the way. That easy. It's easy and fast. Or if your battery dies, flip that out of the way, and if you've got these iron sights or any other set of iron sights, you can flip those up and you can actually look through your red dot. And I recommend this combination highly. Either one of these by themselves would be pretty awesome as well. But when you buy them together as a combo, there's much less adjustment that's needed, I would think. And again, highly recommended. So if you found this video helpful or entertaining, I would really appreciate it if you would like or subscribe. And if you really like the video, or you really want to help out a guy that's pretty broke and is trying to put out Pro 2A content, you can buy a super thanks, and that would really help me a lot. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Y'all be safe out there.